Hello friends and welcome to a lecture on soil pollution. In today's deliberation, our main focus shall be soil pollution, its types, causes, effects and control. So to begin with, let us first understand what is soil. Soil may be broadly defined as the weathered layer of the earth's crust with living organisms and their products of decay. Soil can be defined as the solid material on the earth's surface that results from the interaction of weathering and biological activity on the parent material. Soil is one of the most important and valuable resources of the nature. Soil is the thin layer of organic and inorganic materials that cover the earth's rocky surface. Entrance of materials, biological organisms or energy into the soil will cause changes in soil quality. This problem causes soil to remove from its natural state. A soil pollutant is any factor which deteriorates the quality, texture and mineral content of the soil or which disturbs the biological balance of the organism in the soil. Soil pollution is the introduction of substances, biological organisms or energy into the soil, resulting in a change of the soil quality, which is likely to affect the normal use of the soil or endangering public health and the living environment. Hence, addition of substances which adversely affect the quality of soil or its fertility is known as soil pollution. Or soil pollution is defined as the build-up in soils of persistent toxic compounds, chemicals, salts, radioactive materials or disease-causing agents which have adverse effects on plant growth and animal health. Now friends, let us discuss causes of soil pollution. Deforestation and soil erosion. Forests are an excellent binding material that keeps the soil intact and healthy. So, by removal of trees, soil gets eroded. Industrial activity. Industrial activity has been the biggest contributor to the problem of soil pollution in the last century, especially since the amount of mining and manufacturing has increased. Most industries are dependent on the extracting minerals from the earth, whether it's iron ore or coal. The byproducts are contaminated and they are not disposed of in a manner that can be considered safe. As a result, the industrial waste lingers in the soil surface for a long time and makes it unsuitable for use. Dumping of waste materials. Soil contaminants like industrial wastes, hospital waste, nuclear wastes, etc. are dumped onto the surface municipal wastes. It includes garbage, compost, sludge from treatment plants and sewage from sanitary fields. Excess use of fertilizers. Agricultural practices including the use of agriculture chemicals are primary sources of pollution on or near the ground surface. Farmers generally use fertilizers to correct soil deficiency. Fertilizers contaminate the soil with impurities which come from the raw materials. Since the materials are not degradable, their accumulation in the soil above their toxic levels due to excessive use of phosphate fertilizers become an indestructible poison for crops used for their manufacture. Indiscriminate use of pesticides, insecticides and herbicides. The most important pesticides are DDT, BHC, chlorinated hydrocarbons, organophosphates, aldrin, malathion, etc. The remnants of such pesticides used on pests may get absorbed by the soil particles which then contaminate root crops grown in that soil. Pesticides not only bring toxic effect on human and animals but also decrease the fertility of the soil. Improper irrigation practices. Reduced or excessive use of irrigation water or poorly drained soil, flood water results in accumulation of dissolved salts on the soil surface, leading to high soil salinity or salination. Acid rain. The polluted water with dangerous acids like sulfuric acid and nitric acids could dissolve away some of the most important nutrients and minerals found in the soil and change the structure and chemistry of the soil. Accidental oil spills. Oil leaks can happen during storage and transport of chemicals. The chemicals present in the fuel deteriorate the quality of soil and make them unsuitable for cultivation. Dear friends, let's now talk about various sources of soil pollution. There are several materials which adversely affect physical, chemical and biological properties of the soil and thus reduce its productivity. These are plastic bags. Plastic bags made from low density polyethylene are virtually indestructible, create colossal environmental hazard. The discarded bags block drains and sewage systems. Industrial sources. It includes fly ash, chemical residues, metallic and nuclear wastes. Large number of industrial chemicals, dyes, acids, etc., which find their way into the soil and are known to create many health hazards including cancer and kidney diseases. Agriculture sources. Agricultural chemicals, especially fertilizers and pesticides, pollute the soil. Urbanization. Urban activities generate large quantity of city wastes, including several biodegradable materials and many non-biodegradable materials. On a rough estimate, Indian cities are producing solid city wastes to the tune of 50,000 to 80,000 metric tons every day. Now dear friends, let us discuss types of soil pollution. Positive soil pollution. Reduction in the productivity of soil due to the addition of undesirable substances like pesticides, herbicides, fertilizers, etc. is called positive pollution. The pollutants have cumulative effect and kill the soil organisms. Negative soil pollution. Reduction in the soil fertility and productivity which is caused by the removal of useful components and minerals from the soil by erosion, deforestation and improper methods of agriculture like excessive tillage is called negative pollution. Now let's discuss the effects of soil pollution. Effect on health of humans. Contamination of the soil has major consequences on our health. Crops and plants grown on polluted soil absorb much of the pollution and then pass these on to us. This could result in the sudden surge in small and terminal illness. Effect on growth of plants. The ecological balance of any system gets affected due to the widespread contamination of the soil. Most plants are unable to adapt when the chemistry of the soil changes so radically in a short period of time. The fertility slowly diminishes, making land unsuitable for agriculture and any local vegetation to survive. Decreased soil fertility. The toxic chemicals present in the soil can decrease soil fertility and therefore decrease in the soil yield. Toxic dust. The emission of toxic and foul gases from landfills pollute the environment and causes serious effects on health of some people. Change in soil structure. The death of many soil organisms, for example earthworms, in the soil can lead to alteration in soil structure. Food shortage. Soil pollution leads to reduced food production leading to food shortage due to the loss of fertility and important nutrients. With population growth, it becomes more critical. Desertification. Continuous exposure of eroded soil to sun for longer periods may transform the land into sandy and rocky in nature. Water pollution. Topsoil, which is washed away, also contributes to water pollution by clogging of lakes, streams, etc. and increasing turbidity of water, ultimately leading to loss of aquatic life. Waterlogging. Excess use of irrigation leads to waterlogging, and waterlogging may be due to the surface flooding or due to high water table. Salination. Salination refers to increase in the concentration of soluble salts in the soil. Poor irrigation practices and excessive irrigation results in accumulation of dissolved salts on the soil surface. Eutrophication. Eutrophication of waterways occurs due to the runoff of fertilizers or phosphates and nitrates and domestic sewage from soil to water bodies, which disrupt the whole aquatic life. Now coming to the control measures of soil pollution. Applying biofertilizers and manures can reduce chemical fertilizer and pesticide use. Biological method of pest control can also reduce the use of pesticides and thereby minimize soil pollution. Reusing of materials. Materials such as glass containers, plastic bags, paper, cloth, etc. can be reused at domestic level rather than being disposed. Recycling and recovery of materials. This is a reasonable solution for reducing soil pollution. Materials such as paper, some kinds of plastic and glass, cans and are being recycled. This decreases the volume of refuse and helps in the conservation of natural resources. For example, recovery of 1 ton of paper can save 17 trees. Reforestation. Control of land loss and soil erosion can be attempted through restoring forest, shelter belts, windbreakers and grass cover to check wastelands, soil erosion and floods. Crop rotation or mixed cropping can improve the fertility of the land. Solid waste treatment. Proper methods should be adopted for management of solid waste disposal. Industrial wastes can be treated physically, chemically and biologically until they are less hazards. Treatment of industrial wastes. The industrial wastes prior to disposal should be properly treated for removing hazardous materials. Generation of biogas. Biodegradable organic wastes, cattle dung and night soils should be used in the biogas plants for the generation of inflammable methane gas. Maintaining soil fertility. In order to maintain the soil fertility, it is essential to maintain the soil food web, where all the soil organisms with bacteria, fungi, actinomycetes, protozoa, earthworms, etc. and they flourish in population in the presence of sufficient amount of soil organic matter. Stringent laws. Various environment laws which have been formulated from time to time related to pollution, management of solid wastes and hazardous wastes, industrial setup and permissible limits of various chemicals in the environment should be followed strictly and kept under check. Mass awareness. Mass awareness is most important, as if every individual contributes substantially, the effect will be visible not only at the community, state or national level, but also at the global level, as environment has no boundaries. Dear friends, let's now learn the various methods of soil treatment. Bioremediation. It can be defined as any process that uses microorganisms, fungi, green plants or their enzymes to return the natural environment altered by contaminants to its original condition. Phytoremediation. Since all contaminants are not easily treated by bioremediation using microorganisms, phytoremediation is useful in these circumstances because natural plants or transgenic plants are able to bioaccumulate these toxins in their above ground parts, which are then harvested for removal. Air sparging. It's an in situ remedial technology that reduces concentration of volatile constituents in petroleum products that are adsorbed to soils and dissolved in groundwater. Soil washing. Soil washing is a water-based process for scrubbing soils ex situ to remove contaminants. Biopiles. Biopile treatment is a technology in which excavated soils are mixed with soil amendments and placed on a treatment area that includes leachate, collection system and some form of aeration. So friends, today we talked about various soil pollution, its sources, causes, effects and control. That's all we have for you in today's lecture. Thank you for being with me.